well, by the way.
Yes, yes.
Excellent.
Yeah, I could hear you very well.
Very good. All right, Denny. We're on in three, in two, and one. Welcome back, everyone, to another exciting episode of Aaron's Opinion, the podcast where we speak about critical issues in the blindness community and all other issues from across the universe and galaxy. We are very honored and very pleased to be joined by Denny Jackson, otherwise known as, I believe, H Street on YouTube. How's it going, Denny Jackson? And you can just basically jump in head first into your life story, and I will interject as I like, as I need to help you to paint a beautiful picture in the ear of the listener. But so, as I always like to say, as you've heard me say many times, who is Denny Jackson?
I'd like to start off with the famous intro that I actually do on Visioncast. But yeah, what's going on, guys? It's Denny, aka H Streets here. You can find my music on all major music streaming platforms by looking up H-Streets. That's H-STREETS, and the same goes for YouTube. And so, yeah, I'm an independent Christian artist and composer, and plus I do assist in well editing and like some well, especially the oh I think can you still hear me?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, yeah. um, but yeah, I assist with editing the talent the talent portion of the Visioncast episodes. So yeah.
Excellent. So good, so good. So, I've heard many things about you, but one thing that I've heard your music, and your music is incredible. I mean, I'm not just saying it. I've heard a lot of musicians have come up to me over the years and said, my music is great, and their music was great, but there's something truly special about, your music and things like that. So wherever did you find this love for singing and this love for music that you have?
Well, this all started with well my upbringing as a child. I mean, I actually grew up on hip hop and R&B, and so like over many years I've actually learned to just like take what I've actually heard on the radio and what many artists have actually like put into their singing styles and also their music, and just found some way to like implement it into my singing style. And yeah, I actually like learned to actually like have this sort of a R&B type style to my singing, and so yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, I definitely have gotten that R&B style, and then of course, your love for being a Christian songwriter, that's so good,
Mhm.
So yeah, let's unfold that, how tell me how you really got into what possessed you to start recording yourself singing. I mean, many people listen to R&B, and many people listen to Christian music during their lifetime, but very few of them end up singing it themselves and recording themselves singing it. So what pushed
Right.
you over the edge?
So there's been well, like this actually goes back to like my well the beginning of when I actually started to like compose music as well. Because yeah, back in 2013, I actually got my introduction to GarageBand for the Mac. Like well, and yeah, I'm not a Mac user. I'm not a PC user at all. But yeah, everything I do, it's all on my iPad. But yeah, I got my introduction to GarageBand for the Mac in 2013, and I got my first iPad in 2014. And like I didn't really see myself just like taking taking myself anywhere with any kind of composing and stuff like that, and like plus I already like got my feet wet with some songwriting. But then over the years, what really like kicked things off was pretty much Apple's effort to pretty much like include pitch correction into the iOS GarageBand app, and so that was like back in 2016 or 17, something like that, and so I figured this would be something really big, and so the way that I found out about that edition is well by EJ the Phoenix Eddie, and
Great
that's what I
friend.
call him. And so yeah, he's
Just published him today. Yeah, he's number one. He's an amazing musician, like
he
you
really
are,
is.
and on top of being an amazing musician, he's an amazing friend.
Yes,
B, just a really nice guy to talk to. If you just need to talk to someone, he's just a really nice guy.
yes.
I mean, you're a really nice guy too. Don't count yourself out of that. But
No, I
I
know.
noticed I noticed that about him. EJ the Phoenix, he is just such a good conversational. I mean, he's just so plugged into just having a great talk with someone.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, I like, my girlfriend Denise and I, we just spoke to him before, before, we made the preparations for for this interview, and yeah, he definitely said that he'd be tuning in at some point, but yeah, I've known the guy for like 10 years at this point, and I've like we both have helped each other out in many ways, and so I'm just glad to call him like not just a friend but a brother.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. That's really, really good, man. Yeah. Yeah. So it's so good.
Oh,
So yes, go ahead.
oh, and like yeah, I actually I actually yeah pretty much like took the opportunity after that addition of pitch correction to to the iOS GarageBand app, and just I figured I'd start recording and then see where things would actually take me. And so yeah, and at the time I was I was in Iowa with my ex, and yeah, I like it was then and there where I actually like got in an even deeper actually, an introduction to contemporary Christian music. I was already into some Christian music before, like mainly Christian hip hop. Artists like Lecrae, Andy Mineo, KB, and stuff like that. And so, yeah, they've pretty much been a big part of my upbringing when it comes to Christian music. And so, yeah, because I already grew up on hip hop, and so like I knew for sure that the music these days it's not the way it used to be, and it's like full of profanity, a bunch of nonsense and stuff like that, and well, like, and that's in my opinion, and and so like yeah, I needed something more pure, more clean for my soul, and so yeah, and so I figured that that I'd actually like record Christian music and just spread my spread my stance of believing in God, because I know that there are many different denominations out there and stuff like that, and so like but like I'm just being me in my own music, and so yeah.
Wonderful. Hey, by the way, you probably knew this question was coming up.
Okay.
So what do you think of Jewish music?
I've never listened to Jewish music at all. But yeah, yeah.
I'm I by the way, I happen to be a Jewish guy. That's the
Right, I
only reason I
heard.
brought it up.
Right, I heard. Yeah.
Well, who'd you hear it from?
I believe you said it maybe in the episode with EJ the Phoenix.
That's
Maybe.
true. That's true. That's true. I also by the way, I also love God too, and I think it's so
Yes.
good that you want to use your gift to help people and to sing and just to make people feel better. I mean, we really, we really need more of your type of music. We really need we need more of that in society. I mean, me
We sure do.
and you heard it, me and EJ were talking about it, how there's
Oh
all these
yes.
problems in society.
Yes.
We badly need to start fixing some of these types of problems, in
Right.
society. And we really, and I mean I don't mean to sound harsh when I tell you this, but
Hmm.
I can be, you guys are starting to kind of get, kind of trying, you guys are starting to get my frequency. I'm a pretty crass person, when things need to be said, I'm the man who's going to say it.
Yeah,
And
you say it as it is. No, 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 no holding back. That's good. That's good.
never. Why should, and quite frankly, why should I? Because
Exactly.
the fact that we see all these problems in
Uh huh.
society shows
Oof.
me that too many people have held back too many other times. So the time is now. We see a lot of problems, and my
Yes.
concern is that if we don't start fixing some of these things in the blindness community and in our
Mm.
communities wherever we live all over the world,
Right.
if we don't start fixing some of these problems, we're gonna start seeing some serious problems, when we get older. And I'm one of the younger people in the group because I'm 32, but I'm
Mm.
very, very concerned about what is more than likely to happen in the future. What were
Well,
some what are some interesting things? I can tell that you're a very spiritual guy, and that's so good.
mhm.
What are some interesting experiences you had, as a child growing up that have, helped you and, molded you into who you are today? What do you think? Some funny stuff that happened, or some serious stuff, or some really unusual things? What do you think?
Well, my my childhood. I mean, it was it's been there were some good times and well the most that I could definitely like elaborate on, especially yeah, is the bad times, but I've actually I've actually grown up living with my mother and as as you may have actually might have actually read in the short bio that I actually sent you for the episode. Yeah, my past has actually been a bit hard, especially especially my childhood. I even vaguely touched basis on that in my song "Holy," and yeah, it was pretty vague, but it actually does touch bases on it. But yeah, my biological mother abused me, and so that
Ah,
and so
jeez.
yeah, and that was in many ways. But yeah,
So frustrating to hear that. So frustrating. So frustrating to hear that. Yeah. Yeah. Ugh.
yeah. But yeah, I what one big thing that actually led to even me discovering my talent was when I was a child, or better yet in second grade. I actually wasn't really I knew I could sing, but not extremely well. I've heard all these artists and stuff like that on the radio and stuff like that, and I figured, no, I'm not like them. Why should I actually pursue something like that? And then just like randomly, I just I was in my second grade music class, and I was actually I was told that there was actually a solo that was actually going to be performed at the end of a song in a performance and in May of the year that I actually turned 9, and so I figured, hey, why not give it a shot? If I don't get it, I mean, I don't get it, and at least I tried. And so the solo was just like three simple words in my mind, just from like in the in the note of F. For those who know music theory, it's yeah. Well, for those who don't know music theory, it's this note. So yeah, but yeah, I sang those three words just perfectly in tune, and what I remember my music teacher saying was, "That's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. You get the part." And so I I was very excited, and that was when I actually knew that I was blessed with a really good talent, and so without stage fright, when I turned 9, yeah, I actually yeah, I was able to step onto the stage without stage fright at all, and just sing in front of like a cafeteria full of people, and yeah, it just there was just like something about the crowd's reaction that just like made me feel alive, and so yeah, and
Yeah.
that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Cool. Here, take a if you're drinking coffee, drink coffee. Whatever you're drinking over there. Here, let's have some coffee. Oh yeah, that's yeah. Coffee. Yeah, with me, coffee's always included.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, I always
Oh
have a
yeah.
cup.
You
Always have.
cannot go wrong with coffee. I mean, cool. Love it. Love it.
Love it, love it. Yeah, well, I have a Keurig right behind me in my studio.
Hey, hey,
Yeah.
me and Denise have a Keurig here too. It's actually it actually has two functions. One for the traditional coffee maker, and the other side for just the K cups.
Right. Oh, that's so
Yeah.
good. That's so
Hmm.
good. You know, what you said a moment ago, about your childhood being hard and things like that, my childhood was also tough too, just in very
Hmm.
different ways.
Hmm.
Luckily I was never abused. But sadly many children are, and it does so much damage
Yes.
to just so much damage. It's just ridiculous how much damage it does. So but
Exactly. And
at the same time, um in a ironic way, I think that you were able to hone and to find your inner peace and your inner talent. Like I
indeed.
tell people, I, in my opinion, for whatever reason,
Hmm.
God gave me this voice to be a broadcaster.
Right.
I've always wanted to get behind the microphone. I love public speaking. I love using my voice,
Yes.
and people tell me, people say, Aaron, your voice is really good for that. And I say, thank you. But I also say, well, I've been listening to content ever since I was a baby. And ever since I was, I've been listening to content for like 32 years,
Hmm.
different talk show hosts and things like that. And then when I was in schooling, um, because then I was in Maryland for most of my life, and certainly off air we can talk even more in depth. But when I was in Maryland for the majority of my life, I grew up in this small little town near Washington D.C., about an hour and a half away, and there was no social life. So
Mm.
I'm one of these guys that grew up where you have your family, you have your schooling and things like that, but you don't really have a social life outside of it. So I
Right.
never really got the socialization that I
Mm.
wanted to. And that's something that's starting to affect me now that I'm in my 30s for sure. But that's life, unfortunately. But
Yeah.
anyway, I started to play the flute when I was 12 years old, and like
Oh.
you, I started doing solos too. And
Hmm.
and I just remember that same emotion that you had, where you get up in front of the microphone and you
Hmm.
sing. But here's the trick: when you're a soloist, there's a trick. the beauty behind that
Hmm.
and being a soloist, it's not the notes, it's not the music, it's the heartbeat of silence that comes just after the piece and before the people start to clap.
Mm.
That's actually the moment where you
Mm.
take a breath for just a half second,
Yes.
and then it's silent, and then it just stops for a second, and then everybody just starts clapping. You know, it's
Exactly.
it's really, and I got that reaction too. It's really electric. And so what happened out of all of it was, you know, I kept up with the flute all through university, where I studied international affairs and
Mm.
things like that. And so then after all that, I kept up with the performance. I think that YouTube is an example of a performance, a way for me to truly connect, to truly connect with you. And that's why it's important to share these various stories. So
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, you have a lot of platforms out there that are actually like well, really good places to pretty much like express yourself and just spread awareness of of a stance or an issue. I mean, it's YouTube and social media. I mean, it could be good if used in the right way. Like I actually used to have a gaming channel, 8 Streets Gaming, and well, it's still active, up on YouTube at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I actually like used to do like a lot of gameplay videos and stuff like that. I mean, like I even put up a video of a lot of things that have to do with the PS5.
Right.
And yeah, because at the time, I mean, people were still trying to get them and were even being frustrated because they never really got them and so I pretty much like put up a whole video that was completely dedicated to it, like how to get the console, how to who to follow, and then like it led to my impressions, and then official unboxing footage that I took a few months before doing the editing, and so yeah.
I see. I see. I interviewed illegally cited, by the way, a long time ago. I don't know him personally, but Jesse is incredible with all his
Hmm.
knowledge that he has about gaming. Have you connected with him, spoken to Jesse?
No,
You know who I'm talking about, right?
no.
Okay, no problem. There's a famous, well, I consider the person to be very well known in the gaming community for blind people. Yeah, just after the talk tonight, just go over to YouTube and type in illegally cited. Illegally cited. His name
Oh
is
wow.
Jesse Anderson. He's been on the show before in the past, and he,
Oh.
yeah, 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 many years ago. And yeah, definitely if you can connect with him, he'll totally give you an education about video games
Mm.
from a blindness perspective. I mean, it's like a PhD in that subject. For me,
Yeah.
for me, when I was younger, I would always play like Assassin's Creed and things like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was so entertaining on the multiplayer. Please tell me you played on the multiplayer.
No, I'm more of a
Uh,
casual gamer. Believe it or not, I'm not really much
You
of
got
a.
my hopes up. Why do you treat people? Why do you
But
treat? Don't do that to a
but
host. You got my
but
hopes up. Gosh.
yeah, like I do play some games that actually do
Mm-hmm.
implement multiplayer into it. For example, I play right now in the background as I just use my TV for a bit of lighting. I have my PS5 on with No Man's Sky loaded into it, and um, Phil from the Visioncast podcast.
Uh-huh. He's here.
Yeah, huh?
He's here.
Oh wow! Shout out to you, Phil. But yeah, yeah, he well, a while ago, he and I actually have actually played. He actually helped me to set up a base near one of his. I actually call it the greenhouse, and so that's where I actually plant and farm a lot of a lot of these buds that are known as contraband in the system that we actually have our bases in. And so yeah, like with that and the demand and stuff like that, that's definitely calls for making really good units, which is the currency. And so yeah, but I do occasionally yeah, play some games that actually like have multiplayer implemented into it. So yeah.
I see. Cool, 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 cool. Yeah, let me tell you, man, Assassin's Creed is so entertaining on multiplayer.
Yes.
Yeah, but you never played it though, I thought.
No, no, no. Well, which game did which
I think Assassin's Creed, I know that the last one I played, before I went off to university and got into my work here that I do. Last
Mhm.
game that I remember playing, I guess, was Assassin's Creed 3, or we might have had
Ooh,
I
wow.
know, yeah, it
So
was so much fun.
so
It's so entertaining.
believe it or not, I've actually been building up a digital Assassin's Creed collection, and yeah, and I've actually tried to to piece together the story of the entire franchise so far, and it's really good. I mean, sure. You actually get to travel throughout many different points in time, and when you're outside of the Animus, it's a very rare occasion, but but those times outside of the Animus, it actually gives you a bigger view of the big picture. And so but believe it or not, I've been trying to play it chronologically, and so I actually have the Ezio collection, and also right now installed on my PS5 right now is Assassin's Creed 3.
And then they came out with 4, and then they
Black
came out
Flag,
with
yeah.
Black Flag was definitely one, and then wasn't there Valkyrie?
Valhalla.
That one.
Yeah,
Yes.
because when you say Valkyrie, that leads into Norse mythology, and so the only game that they actually put out so far that actually involves Norse mythology is Valhalla.
That's interesting. That's really cool. No, I just loved the scenes that they included in that. It's just
Yes.
one of these games that's just very immersive and really
Yes.
just really sucks you into it, but then again, I never played the single player campaign because it's just
Mm.
boring. But then again,
Mm.
other people will tell me, no, the multiplayer is just a yawn. You got to get into the single player. Like
Yikes.
I'm not. I mean, I'm not playing. I'm not giving $60 just so that I can, watch something walk around a screen. No,
Mm.
I need way more interaction than that, but it's cool. It's
Right.
definitely,
And
definitely super cool.
And the cool thing about the franchise is that the upcoming Assassin's Creed game, Assassin's Creed Mirage, is actually
Uh-huh.
using a Valhalla character, but it actually takes place in the in a different place and also in a different time before Valhalla, and yeah, it
Hmm.
actually takes you
Right.
to the city of Baghdad, and so yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Uh-huh. I see. That's interesting. That's
Mhm.
extremely interesting, of course. Yeah, yeah.
I love
Given
the
the Yes, go ahead.
I love the fact that this entire franchise actually takes you to the to different points in history for all these different countries, and with Origins you get Egypt, with Odyssey you get Greece,
Hmm.
with I mean, even the first Assassin's Creed you actually get Israel, and I mean it's insane, it's insane.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely it is. I can tell that you are a spiritual person, as
Hmm.
am I. And a lot of times I'm seeing a lot of struggles around the blindness community.
Yes.
What do you think if you were to really think about this for a moment
Mhm.
and to really digest my question? I know you've been digesting my questions the whole time, but
Right.
you know, but to really digest this one,
Hmm.
what do you really think is the purpose of us being these two blind guys, having this conversation? I mean, really, I mean, can you tell me, because I have an answer to my own question, but I want to see what type of beautiful answer you can come up with. What is the purpose of us being these two successful blind people? What do you think?
Well, definitely to pretty much like spread awareness of different like situations and also different well problems in society, different just discussing the different ways that the things could actually improve for not just the future of ourselves, but also well this human race going forward, because a lot of people actually will need to actually hear stuff like this. I mean, and yeah, your show is definitely unique, and it actually like I feel it's something that we that the world actually definitely needs. But
I appreciate it.
yeah,
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 yeah, yeah. I think, one of the things that we're supposed to accomplish is trying to educate people, trying to fix
yes,
what's wrong with the world.
hmm,
But I also think it's to show people that we need to be flexible. I
yes,
think it's one of the reasons. Yeah.
hmm.
Yeah. I've traveled all over the world. What about you? Where have you traveled to? Outside of where you live now, what about your traveling experiences and things like that?
Well, in the states, I've only been to Iowa, because I actually mentioned that I was actually with my with my ex back then. It was
You don't need to keep bringing up the X.
no, I know, but yeah,
What? I'm starting to get a little nervous here.
no,
What?
no.
See, you see, I'm like one of these like investigative journalists. It's like when they
Mhm.
say when the guy talks about the X twice, it's a problem, man. Wait a minute.
Right,
Let's rewind the tape. Boy, you just walked right into a trap. Well, wait a minute. What?
I mean, you
What?
did ask. You did ask
Right.
where I've been, so.
Right, but the trick there was you didn't need to mention the X twice. Mention her once. Dude. Stop spreading the bad. Why are you giving me all this bad karma?
No, no,
God.
I'm not going further into detail. No, don't worry. Don't worry. I
This is
want
this
to
is
set my
getting
own boundaries.
this is getting sketchy, man. You
No, no,
didn't
it's
tell
all
me you're
good.
sketchy. Yeah, yeah.
But outside of the states, I've been to I've been to Germany, as you may have for the listeners, you may have actually if you've actually stuck around for the entire Visioncast interview as a whole, then yeah, you'll know that I've actually been to Germany back in 2018. It was Berlin.
Yeah, cool. Did you bring your ex to Germany?
Nope.
Oh, okay, okay. Just being sure about that. Do you
It was my
you
grandmother and my dad's friend.
Oh, okay, okay. That sounds much safer. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you speak so? And how's your spoken German?
I've never spoken German.
Yeah, because you know that I'm a French speaker and I love being
I
able to speak
know.
French. So yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, yeah, I have as far as Germany goes, I mean, well, Berlin, yeah, specifically, it's it's an experience. It's quite an experience.
Germany's cool. Yeah, I've been there
Yes.
too. I took my brother and I took a riverboat cruise a few years back, just before the pandemic
Uh,
started. We took a riverboat cruise, and we went to all these ancient villages. And yeah, Germany's a great place. Yeah, for sure. Hmm.
indeed, indeed.
Absolutely. Cool, cool.
Mhm.
And besides Germany, what other countries have you been to?
That's pretty much it. I mean, other than that, I've actually the flight to Germany actually did make a stop in Turkey, Istanbul, and
Hmm.
yeah. But I
Hmm.
was only at the airport. I didn't actually experience the actual country
Yeah.
itself.
Yeah, to a lot of the reason for that is that a lot of Turkish people live in Germany. A lot of Germans go to Turkey. That's why they have a great relationship. Turkish Airlines goes to Germany. That
Yeah,
doesn't surprise
that's the
me. Yeah.
exact airline that we
Well, of
actually
course.
took.
Yeah, right. Because those two governments have a great relationship. The because I love to get into jags about languages. The Turkish
Mm,
language actually has a lot of French words and actually has a lot of German words. So it's
mm,
their languages are actually quite similar. Yeah. Yes.
mhm.
Well that's really good. Now, where are some places you want to go in the future?
Oof. Yeah, the biggest place that I would definitely love to go whenever things actually get fixed up and
Hmm.
oh man, it definitely hits home for me. And that's Cuba. And yeah, that's
Good.
because my like a good amount of my family is actually from Cuba, and yeah, man, it's I mean especially like knowing what they've actually had to go through for for like
Hmm.
going on to like let's see yeah, like 63, 64 years at this point. Um, and so yeah, I really do support what the right side of Cuba actually wants and represents like that. I mean like they just want to live, they want to survive, they want to
Hmm.
provide
Hmm.
for their families, they want to just live in peace.
Yeah.
Yet there's the dictatorship that's just taking over the island and just making things miserable for them. Limiting food. I mean, like limiting and barely providing medicine. It's it's a disgrace. It's a crime
Yeah.
to humanity.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, definitely. It's very also very interesting. But so then now of course you speak Spanish, right? You speak Spanish as a native, right?
Yes, but I actually started more in Spanish. Like for those who actually are listening, I do have I do have a stuttering issue, and that's because of my condition and everything. But I actually do what I can to actually like manage everything,
Hmm.
in conversations and stuff like that. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but I just meant like can you speak Spanish, at least when you're around other Spanish speakers. Can you speak Spanish?
Indeed, and in fact, one way that I actually like demonstrate that is in a single that EJ the Phoenix and I actually put out called
Hmm.
International.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he mentioned it before, and yeah, that was yeah, I even wrote
Hmm.
some lyrics in Spanish as well, and
So
like it was
good.
actually the very first bit of lyrics that I've ever written in Spanish. You know, saca tu bandera, pon este lugar en candela, porque el Espíritu Santo se quema, como la comida de abuela se llena. That means take out your flags, set this place on fire. And because the Holy Spirit burns like
Hmm.
grandmother's food, it fills
Hmm.
you.
Right.
And so yeah.
So with your music, that you
Mm-hmm.
do now with H
Mm-hmm.
Street and things like that,
Mm-hmm.
what can you tell me about, your audience and what are your next big goals, in the music industry for you? Like what's really going on with your tracks and your music, man?
Well, yeah, and I actually have my very first album out, home. That's my Christian album, and so I've as of recent, I've actually like I dipped my toes in another market by becoming a composer, making like full blown instrumental music. And in fact, I actually just recently put out my latest single, Refuge, and there's a whole concept behind it. And this is all singles like Under the Sun, Refuge, Friday Night, Chasing Memories. they're all going to be part of an instrumental album that still has to be mixed and everything. Everything is all composed and everything, but yeah. Shout out to me and Denise's great friend and mixer, Louis Morehouse. Yeah, he does wonderful work. I just we just got pretty much the finalized mix for an acoustic version of Refuge. That'll actually be on the deluxe edition of my instrumental album. And yeah, he just does amazing work. Despite his challenges and stuff like that, and his condition and everything. And so yeah, shout out to you, bro. You're awesome.
Yeah, that is so good. That's so good to be able to find, to be able to find people to really be to provide the right help and to really be
Yes,
helpful in that. Yeah, yeah.
it's
Go ahead. Hmm.
networking is is powerful. It's powerful.
Definitely,
Mhm.
it certainly is. Yeah. Yeah, that's really good. That's really good. That's really,
Mhm.
really all really good. What are some of your dream songs that you hope to be able to, do a cover of, or, what is a song that's really, really challenging for you that you hope to be able to master at some point?
I haven't really thought that through, but
Mm-hmm.
I have done some covers before. I don't do them often.
Mm-hmm.
Although I have some covers that I've actually done and also participated in. Is like well and A few years ago on my YouTube channel I actually did a cover of Mentira by Gilberto Santa Rosa. That means lie. Um, and Yeah, and there's also a Michael W. Smith cover that I did, and it's of his song "Sovereign Over Us," and I actually like redid the instrumental just in my own particular style and rendition, and I actually like provided my own uh, dialogue or commentary
Mm-hmm.
in the place in the original song where like there would be a bit of a bit of a build up and break and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a very modern and not so acoustic, just fully
Mm-hmm.
electronic rendition of it. And also, the most recent cover that I've actually done was or like well actually that it also helped with was definitely a cover that I that my girlfriend Denise and I actually did and it's and if you guys listening have actually seen the movie A Star Is Born, the 2018 version with Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, at the end of the movie, there's the song called "I'll Never Love Again," and there's a very deep reason why we actually chose to actually do that song as a cover in our favorite keys. And yes, I said favorite keys because we implemented a key change. And yeah, when originally there actually wasn't, but yeah, that was actually something that was actually pretty hard to do. Not that the style or anything was hard to pretty much implement or anything. It's just some events that actually happened a week before the recording of it, and yeah, but yeah. Other than that, I haven't really thought of any a big cover milestones to actually
Would you like a suggestion?
sure.
How about Imagine? I would love to hear you sing uh, John Lennon's Imagine for sure with your voice.
Oh,
I would be really interested to see what your how you interpret that song, because that's a really good one. And then of course, uh, drawing a blank. Unchained Melody.
Never heard of that one, but
That's an oldie.
yeah,
Sorry,
yeah,
I'm here
it's an
listening
oldie.
very quietly.
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah. So that's fine. So Denise, what do you think? What are some covers he should do?
Oh no.
What I heard your little voice back there. Come on over here. Come on, sit.
I'm being a good girl, staying in the background. I stopped my movie.
Not anymore. Sit down next. Not anymore. Sit down. Come on. Come here. Come here.
She can't please him. I'm actually thinking of a
I
chair.
can't. No, there's only one chair, but am I audible this way?
There you are.
Okay, cool. I do have the microphone at a reasonable volume, but what would be a good cover? Oh, geez. How about there's a song by, I think it's a Christian artist. I think it's Brian Duncan, I think. Forever ago I heard it. I recently converted it. In a nutshell, we've been taking songs and converting them from the standard 440 concert pitch frequency to
432 hertz.
Yeah. It's just interesting, but there's a song, Dying to Meet You. That's it. Oh God, that song is beautiful. And if you were to do it, we could even make it a duet, perhaps.
Hey.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. But
that's the only one I can think of, because I love that song. It's beautiful.
But as far as Imagine goes, I mean, I don't know most of the lyrics, but my great uncle, who actually I'm sorry about that. He actually was aware of my talent when I was only 2 years old, and it was like way before I was even aware of it. But that was actually his most favorite song, and like. I could actually give a bit of a sample, since since I know for sure that in the guest group that you were definitely looking forward to my singing. But here we go.
You're gonna sing a cappella?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm right here.
You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. Oh, I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one.
I thought you were going to do that. Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot you can do with that song. That's a really good one. I'm surprised you haven't covered Unchained Melody. Originally, at least I think that's what the song is called.
Yes,
Unchained Melody. You know what I'm talking about. The originally written by Elvis Presley in, I don't know, the 50s, covered by so many artists. It's an absolutely ridiculously difficult song to sing. That's why I brought it up, because if you can sing that song, you could sing anything, you know.
Okay.
There's a lot you could do with your voice.
It's pretty cool.
It's
Anyway.
Yeah, but I mean, Denise, you know what I'm talking about, though, with the big. Yeah, but then the big operatic drama thing in the middle, and there's a big climax, and I mean, you could do so much with your voice with that song.
It's been forever since I heard it, but I better step away from this microphone. Ooh, I hope that is not bothering you. I'm sorry. We have my voiceovers. I'm totally blind.
It just said, it's 2015. No, it's 2023. No, I'm kidding.
No. I'm gonna go. I just heard you talking about something to do with music or something like that, and I was like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to sneak in here.
I gotta chime in.
I'm not even. I better just be quiet. I'm gonna go back to my movie.
Go back to your horror film, and I'll definitely be interviewing you as soon as possible, because there's a lot of stuff that I want to ask you about, But
Sure,
speaking
whatever.
speaking of, actually, you know who I'm going to have tomorrow, guys? Actually, Georgie wants to come on tomorrow, so we're going to let Georgie come tomorrow. But Denise, you'll be up here for a weekend experience.
Oh boy. Wow.
Yeah.
I did not know you did this over the weekend. That's cool.
Oh, sweet.
Why wouldn't, wait a minute, why wouldn't I do stuff every day of the week? I work every day of the week. Why wouldn't I do stuff over the week?
I didn't know. I honestly don't keep up with everything so quickly.
Right.
Goodness, I work very hard every day of my life, Sheesh.
I know. I believe you.
And trust me, I don't have time to take off on the weekends. What am I going to do? Sit back and play video games on the weekend? No, we work.
Well, why not? You would deserve a break. Anyway,
Exactly.
I'm gonna stop. This is not for me to interrupt the conversation. I apologize.
You do realize you're a tremendous addition. You're adding to the flavor of the meal here.
No.
Exactly.
No. This is not for me. This is not my. This is.
Well, why? Well, I don't know. Well, you're the one that won't shut up. Apparently, it is for you.
Ouch.
You just can't help. You just can't help yourself.
I'm sorry. I'm too social. I better just.
That's,
step back.
no,
I'm
no.
gonna go. I'm gonna go.
That's what. But we need some social butterflies in our community. That's what we need.
No, but I mean for now, you're talking to Denny. This is for Denny, not Bo.
Right, but
So
I'm in a state of absolute euphoric confusion because the board here on the screen, it says Denise Barrage.
Okay, I did. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Aaron, I did tell you specifically the circumstance here.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not a Mac user, remember?
He doesn't use
Right.
computers, and
And-
he insisted on my setup. He said, "Can I use your setup?" Oh, okay.
because,
Let me sign on with my name.
Because
That's how it is.
Because if I was to just log on my phone,
Mhm.
then the mic quality. iPhone mics are they're good quality and everything, but Zoom, it doesn't do it justice and stuff like that. It just reduces the quality.
Good.
And speaking of the setup, that's another cool shout out for Louis.
Thank you, Louis.
Yes.
Thank you, Louis. Yeah,
He took some time to help me make a
Template.
couple of templates. Yes.
Yeah.
So speaking of things, so
Well, for singing and speaking.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. This
Oh, okay.
is for Denny.
so let's try to make connection. Try to make contact here. All right. I think you're coming into the frequency. Okay. So Denny. So
Yeah.
I'm sure that you have many questions that you want to ask me in the last 10 minutes here. So what do you really want to know about Aaron Richmond and Aaron's opinion? Really get under my skin. Really make me sweat, man. What do you really want to know about me?
Well, what are your biggest goals for Aaron's opinion going on in the future second of all, what societal issues do you which could be fixed in a snap, like Thanos snap? And I'm a Marvel fan. I didn't mention that before.
Well, my goal for Aaron's opinion is to keep improving. That's my goal. That's my big goal,
Yes.
is to be someone who's an active improver. And there's things that I'm improving on, releasing more content more quickly,
Yes.
interviewing more and more people, maintaining stronger and stronger relationships. You see, believe it or not, you wouldn't actually guess this. Actually, you probably would. But when you're a podcaster, the more content you have, then the harder it is to have more content. It's kind of a weird thing. It's like you have to manage all your material, and the more guests I have, then the more people there are, and then the more people that are in the group. It's a constant, management game, a lot harder than you might think it is, but you probably do understand.
I do.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I do. I mean, like, heck, I mean, I studied music business in college, and
Yeah.
like one big thing that I've actually learned about content creators, whether if it's music, podcasts, video games, or like any kind of media or just content in general. If you if you make a living off of what you do, and you're making a product, then like one big thing that you rely on is, well, definitely good exposure, just like just like not just say, well, plain exposure, because like there is good and bad exposure, as you actually mentioned in the Visioncast episode, but yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And I mean, I guess the problem that I want to solve is I want to provide a product where all blind people from around the world can come up to me and share their story and have the confidence to talk and the confidence to speak up about what's really important to them. And that's really important to me, to be able to, at very least, to give you a platform where you're able to speak your mind. It's very important to me,
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. What else? What else do you really want to know about me?
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Let's bring her back. Denise, what about you?
Oh, she took her headphones off. She went back to her movie.
Oh.
Huh? Did you want to talk to me?
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's all good.
Okay.
And I'll ask her the same question, but what does Denise really want to know about me?
What do you want to know about him? Hello.
Did something happen?
No, I'm just I'm just a messenger here. But what he asked, what would you like to know about him?
Me?
Yeah.
Hold on.
In other words,
I only
in other
heard
words,
singing and I was like, wait a minute, what happened?
in other words,
Something
what I'm
happened in the
wondering is,
meeting
so
or something like that.
in other words, so
Hold
Denise,
on,
what
let me get the headset back.
Yeah, she can't hear you.
I turned it
Okay.
down.
All right. So what I just asked Denny is, so Denise,
I'm back. I'm here.
if you can ask me only one question to really make me sweat, to see if I'm worth my salt as a podcaster, what do you really want to know about me?
Oh man, I asked you that already. I did in the Visioncast interview, and it was about I was very interested to know about your thoughts on what do you think about love itself, like in the relationship aspect of like whether it's family or, you know what? That is a good question. Here's what I'm going to ask.
Part two, if
you will. But here's what I'd like to know. What defines for you the word? What do you think of when it comes to the word family? I'm curious about that. And there's a reason why I'm saying that. And I'm gonna have to save that. I'm gonna have to save that when it's my turn to be in that hot seat. But what do you think of when you hear the word family? What does the word family mean to you? What does family mean to you, Aaron Richmond?
Yeah, it means acceptance. That's what it means. It means you accept people.
Good.
Wow.
Very good answer.
Very good.
So well, thank you, EJ. But now I'm darkly curious. So what was your hidden meaning behind asking that question? I'll give you a pass if you want to say, well, ask me over the weekend. I will, but now I'm very curious why you brought that up.
I'm not going to do that to you, Aaron, because I know your time is limited.
You're trying to shake the question with the cock. Is that one of those
I
tricks?
promise I'm not, but I do know that you sometimes do have a time limit. Right. And again, this is not this is not for me to just take over like that. I don't do that to people. I genuinely like to talk when I am spoken to.
Okay.
But no, it's because of the very deep and personal, not that personal, because I have shared it with other people, but it has to do with me, and it's part of my story. That's all I'm gonna say.
So I tell you what.
That's all I'm gonna
So I tell you what. We'll put that in our memory, and we'll come back to it on Saturday when we sit down with you, right?
It's this Saturday? Oh wow.
Sweet.
Okay.
So hold on,
Sure.
hold on. So okay, so we'll come back
We'll
to that,
talk.
right? Because I'm
We
gonna
will.
ask because
No,
I'm
that's
gonna
fine. I don't mind talking about this. There's a big reason it's one of the reasons why I'm even here. It's one of the main reasons why I'm even
Wow.
here in Florida.
Exactly.
I'm not from
Wow,
Florida. I'm from California.
Right.
So
No.
what part? Wait a minute. What part of California?
I came from San Diego. I was born in
Wait a minute. Everybody at home on the keyboards say, shout out. My brother just moved to San Diego. Shout out.
So as far as that topic goes, I mean, I'll pull out my announcer voice and
Okay, yeah, we'll do.
Let's see.
Go ahead. But they have to hear this.
find out on Denise's interview on Aaron's Opinion this Saturday.
There you go.
You do something. He's always amazing. I don't know how he just singing. Okay, I still get impressed over what he can do vocally. It is. I'm just blown away.
May I sing or sing thank you?
There you go.
Are you in C?
Yeah.
You are in C.
Mm-hmm.
So if someone, all right, let's
That's her playing.
That's me. That's I'll shush.
so Denny.
Yeah.
So Denny Jackson. I got to ask you this. Have you thought about adding any other syllables or names to your name, by the way?
No, I mean,
Do you want to hear where this is going, or should I just keep it to myself?
you could have to.
I want to know.
You would say you are an incredibly, God has given you a gift to be an incredible musician and just an incredible person, an incredible friend in society. But you do know that either if you added a couple of things to your name, if your name was like Denny Jackson the Third, you would be set in the music business with a third at the end, or the other one that would definitely sound good would be like Denny Lee Jackson Jr. If you add a Lee or a Junior in your name somewhere, that would really be incredible. Yeah.
Oh my! Don't make me sound like royalty. Oh my goodness, Denny Jackson the Third. Oh my!
Yeah, exactly. Denny Jackson the Third. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
I'm gonna go.
So you'll just. I'm taking it. I'm taking it that you'll just keep the Denny Jackson, which is fine.
Yeah. I mean, like as tempting as it is, change my first name. And at least, I mean, I'm not gonna do that. I mean, my name is actually like very easy to throw comedic jokes at, which is why I don't really.
That's true.
Which is why I don't really use my actual name as my stage name. And yeah, because like when you think Denny, you think of the restaurant. When you think Jackson, you think Jackson 5, MJ, Samuel L. Jackson, and yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. If someone wants to get in touch with Denny Jackson, how would they do that?
Well, in order to get in touch with Denny Jackson, well, that's a bit on the private side as far as socials go, but to get in contact with H Streets, which is my stage name, you can definitely find me on YouTube, Facebook, and formerly X. Oh.
Well, it's
And
now, or you mean formerly
Now
Twitter,
it's-
now X,
yeah.
currently
no,
X.
no, I mean like I can't even get it. I can't even get into my account on there. I mean, yeah. So
Why are you talking about it then? Why are you bringing it up?
no, the
It's not in
name.
there. What?
Jeez.
The name
The
X.
name X. What? Why, Elon? Why?
No. I thought no. I know you're talking about Twitter, which is now called X. That's what I
X,
think you're
right.
talking about.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Yeah.
But yeah, and also TikTok. I gotta get back to posting videos on there. So yeah.
Sounds
So
good.
yeah, for Facebook, just look up H Streets. That's H dash Streets. For YouTube, it's also the same H dash Streets. Yeah, for TikTok, it's at H Streets Music, and that's without a dash. It's yeah. But there's a lot of videos on there. There's some comedy. There's some like some music. I promote my music on there, and yeah.
All right. Now for the Q&A. Sometimes I like to unmute the microphones. I think a fun way to do it is to just let you guys from at home one at a time. Hey, whoever has a question out there, type a question. Let's get some questions. I want at least one of you to type a really good question or a really good statement. Something for us to think about. But yeah, definitely really good to have you on the show, man. Really glad to have you as part of the Aaron's Opinion family for sure.
Glad to be here.
And things like that. So yeah. Does anyone have any questions? That's what I want to know for the people that are still sitting in the Zoom. Yeah. I'll tell you what, we'll give another minute for someone to type a question. And so until we do. So another thing, what about, you're doing a lot of this video game stuff. Music is a huge part of your life, but what about the hobbies? What is a hobby that you do that I would never expect you to do?
The most I really do is just as far as hobbies is play video games and although one thing that I I actually do that might surprise some people, especially since since I'm actually partially sighted, is that I actually make album artwork. I for my first album Home, and also even a good amount of EJ the Phoenix's material. I've designed and made the album artwork for a good amount of stuff. I've actually I got into that, and the same goes for video editing too.
So good. All right, we got two questions. EJ asked me. He says, "So if I could have any superpower, what would it be?" Well, I guess my superpower that I wish I had is I wish that I lived in a society that was a little bit more. I mean, you guys here at home in the studio, you guys understand me. You guys get it,
Oh yeah.
But I
Not
wish
everyone
that
will.
precisely, and I wish that I could live in a society where I could be around other people, who really, I wish that I could find more people, in a public sense, who truly, understood where I'm coming from. I think, but
Yes.
that's not really a superpower.
No.
So EJ, sorry to disappoint. That's not a superpower, but that would be a super thing that would happen. Preston, to you, and Preston wants to know, and he's asking you, Denny. So what has been your favorite song up to this point? Whether it's a favorite song of yours or a favorite thing that you have already covered or things like that.
Ooh. Man. My favorite song thus far. So far that I've actually done. It's a bit simple, but it's my song, "Holy," and it's for my first album.
And it's the song that you sent me, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's one of
So
those.
you guys will definitely include that in the audio. We'll include that before. Or one thing I couldn't live without, I guess here I'll answer for him and then you can tell us. One thing I could never live without would be my enjoyment that I get out of podcasting and having these online conversations. But what about you? What's one thing you couldn't live without?
Well, definitely. Well, support from those who actually truly understand and support me and everything. I mean,
I truly do. I truly do.
Yeah. Because like in life, I mean, like yeah, I mean, like I know that some may see this as like as a bit of a like an unhealthy mindset to have, but like but you know, even Denise could actually to tell you for sure that there's a select few that I actually trust, and so like with all that I've actually been through and stuff like that, I've you know, I've actually yeah, definitely developed some you know forms of trust issues in some way, but yeah, and for those of you who are actually in that in that select few, you know, Denise, Stacy, EJ, and even and even a few other friends and family members. You know, yeah, love you, and I did not say that lightly.
No, I totally get it. And I think that, you know, we didn't really get into much of my story too, but oh, so nice. Like EJ, you are just so nice. You know, I mean, EJ, man, I really do love your music. I really adore your music, EJ, but I got to be really, from my heart to yours, EJ, I actually like your strong character and personality more than your music.
I agree.
Okay,
And he's
but
amazing.
now, wait a minute.
Awesome.
Let's not hurt anyone's feelings. His music is amazing. Okay,
right.
But his personality, yeah, exactly, says Preston. But EJ's personality,
yes,
his character. I would rather, if he lost the ability to sing tomorrow, I would still say that's fine because you're still a great person, and that's the personality that counts more than the music. Yeah,
exactly.
Your kid's great, by the way. Yeah,
I mean, going over to his music. I mean, yeah, like one song that I believe that you actually like enjoy, and it actually definitely like touches basis on some like on some big societal issues and stuff like that. That the EJ made is Unite as One. It's really good.
It really is. Really is. So with your H Street YouTube channel, who are some of your viewers? Do you have viewers globally or mostly from the Americas, or where do a lot of people listen to your stuff from, by the way?
I don't really look too much into the analytics, but like
that's where it gets interesting. That's where it's fun.
But since I do use a distributor to actually like put my music on all major streaming platforms, then I do get like a bit of a report on what countries, what cities may listen to my music. I mean, like I've like it's all international.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Cool, man. How do I end an episode of Aaron's Opinion, by the way?
Help one person today and help a million people tomorrow.
Fantastic. Denny.
Yeah.
So good to have you here. So good to have you
part. Thank you for having me.
And trust me when I tell you this, man. You have my WhatsApp. I mean this as a supportive creator, podcaster, just a supportive friend. Send me a message anytime, man, because life is hard and sometimes we just have to talk. You know,
indeed.
Hey, if you need to talk and Denise is watching a horror flick and you got to have someone to talk to.
Hey, I'm right here. I never left. Ha ha ha. I never left. No, I'm just kidding. No, really, I didn't leave because it was too cold to leave. So, but I was quiet.
Okay, blame it on the temperature. First you blame it on the clock, then the temperature. You keep coming up with this.
No, I was good. The conversation was too cool.
Amazing.
It was great.
Ah.
Honestly, I didn't even make it past. Although this part of the movie is pretty bad.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad. Pretty bad.
Yeah, well, you're the one that watched it. So,
you know what? It's my dad. It's because of my dad. He wanted me to start it, and I never finished it.
I'm guessing Tegan is saying, yeah.
Yeah.
You may be tuning into this interview, but I never left.
You're gonna get it. Watch me tickle you to laughter, to laughter, lots and lots of laughter. Just wait. Just wait.
So Denny, you can talk to me on WhatsApp anytime, man. I definitely get the struggle, and I'm really into that. And and hey, you never know, I might need someone to talk to too. So you guys have my WhatsApp, and let me know what's going, guys. Really, all of you at home, keep in touch. Let's keep in touch over WhatsApp, because we all need to talk and all need to stay in contact and things like that. Mm-hmm. We know who's coming up on Saturday, but in case now I'm like, now I had a feeling in my podcaster ear. I had a feeling that something was going on. I had a feeling that Denise was going to say something interesting. Something went on over there, and we're gonna figure it out on Saturday.
Oh no, you're gonna make me sweat now.
Well, you kind of walked right into the
I should not have gotten out of my proverbial background. I was a bad girl.
No.
Like if she was in 3D, she stepped out of the movie.
What are we like living in what is it, like the Truman Show here? What are we living in, some sort of alternate reality? Ooh, wait a minute. Oh, okay, I got a lot of tests. All right, for those of you who have survived this exciting and interesting and politically incorrect episode of Aaron's Opinion, blessings to you, more power to you. Hey, woo! This was something. We've had a lot of crazy episodes, and I mean crazy in a good way, and this is definitely one of them. I'm Aaron Richmond. This is Aaron's Opinion TV. Like it if you like it. And comment below if you want to comment below. So many of you guys are doing a great job commenting below. Don't forget to share the video. Don't forget to tickle the bell. Speaking of tickling, don't forget to tickle the bell to know when we go live next right here on YouTube. And don't forget, everybody, let's be kind. Let's keep podcasting. And let's say that we'll be back very, very soon. And I really look forward to producing this episode. This is going to be a lot of fun. All right, Danny. Good luck to you, man, over there.
Thank you.
You're gonna need it. Take care, everybody.
For sure.
Right. Danny, trust me. When I get off the air, strap yourself in. Trust me, strap yourself in.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, before this gets any more questionable, I really appreciate all of you from Visioncast. Ditto Visioncast with JC and Friends. You know what I got to say? Ditto Visioncast with and Friends, because JC is not here again.
No!
What is with that?
No!
What is with that? For someone who has a show with their own, and he made a big scene about Aaron. Don't call me Juan, call me JC. Well, you know what? I can't call him anything because he ain't showing up. Okay?
No.
But
wait, you had something to say? I want to hear this.
No. He mixes up genders a lot, and so
No.
Don't call him Juan or JC. His new name is Juan.
No. I have to call him JC. That's the rule. That's the rule. I have to call him JC. That's one of his rules.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
No, it's JC, and he's pretending to be the president of the United States. Just kidding.
Well,
In fact, the latest episode was
he's pretending. Well, he's pretending to be one of the letters of the title of JC and Friends, but the funny thing is he's not here much. So I don't know. Ditto Visioncast with and Friends, because I'm
That sounds weird.
well, it's weird that he doesn't show up, Denise. It's weird that he's not the guy showing up, considering that it's Visioncast with and Friends. So ditto Visioncast with and Friends. Ditto to Denny Jackson. Ditto to you, man. Keep singing. Really do, because you're really gifted, and I love hearing you sing. I look forward to your covers. Denise, you're up. You're up. You're in my radar. Saturday night, baby. Be prepared, okay? Trust me. You're going to need to prepare for your interview.
And we must stay tuned.
Ouch.
Absolutely.
Ouch.
All right.
I think I need to go somewhere else now.
All right, guys. Blessings to you all. Keep podcasting, everybody. And we'll be back very soon. Georgie, I think you're next out there. You aren't here in the chat, or you were at one point. George, I think you're coming up next. I'll come back to you over on the great WhatsApp. Denny, Denise, everybody at home, keep in touch with me on WhatsApp. Hey, don't be afraid to reach out and say, hey, Aaron, how's it going? Or send one of those voice messages. I'd love to hear from you. All right, guys. All right. Enough of this. I got to go. I don't know. I got to go drink my cup of coffee, eat some cookies, or I don't know, before I turn into a pumpkin or something like that. All right.
Have your favorite snack with a movie. Why not?
Yeah, but it's not going to be taken.
No, I know.
I do love horror. Trust me.
Stop it.
Blessings to you both. Have a good night, guys. And we'll keep in touch
too.
over on WhatsApp. All right. And so I'll say it this time. Thanks so much, everyone, for watching. We'll be back soon. Help one person today. Help 1 million people